and welcome to part 2 of Africa's premier sports video podcast, the 3 Quarters podcast. Also, jump onto the hashtag 3QP and let us know what your sporting interests are. I'm Demi Duffield.
And I'm Ngaro Kamuya.
So you start off with Badman. It won't be of the week, but you know. So we're going to look at who we feel was the most outstanding player so far in the playoffs. In regular season. After 16
weeks.
Match days, yes. So, you know, we've got lots of people stood out. I will miss names. Siske Vibaya, it's okay. It doesn't mean we didn't see you. Just your name isn't coming. Yes, like to my mind.
Not now.
Not now. So, of course, you've got your Philip Walker-Arches and you've got your Logan Basson. You've also got Collins Njai, I feel played very well. He, you know, I mean, honestly, I'm used to seeing Collins play sevens so much, but I felt like he never really used to shine in 15s, but I feel he's done very well for Mwamba. We've got very many other people. Dan Sikuta, I remember at some point, you know, your Michael Wanjala, the one from KCB. So yeah, there have been a lot of standout players, but my bad man, without a doubt, because of the difference he makes when he is on the pitch for his team. And I feel like you'll agree, but you know, I'll go ahead and say it anyway, is Eden Aguero. Yes, because when he plays for Harlequins, you can definitely feel his presence on the pitch. I also feel like this has been a very good season for Eden. And as much as he's always, you know, pretty much standout player, no. This season, I feel like it's like what Eden were we watching before? When he's off the pitch, you notice he's off the pitch because things are just not happening. Distributing of the ball, he's actually taken the ball in. He's looking a lot stronger than he was before. So that's my bad man.
Like you said, there are very many guys. Philip Walker-Arch, Ian Mabwa, I think had a decent season at Nondes. Logan Basson, when he was still at Cabras, had a decent season. Dan Sikuta, yes, he did have a good season. Samuel Asati, when he did play. Michael Wanjala also had a good season. A couple of guys, like you said, Collins and Jara, even just to mention. But yeah, I do agree with you. Hands down, Eden Aguero. And it's primarily because of what you have said. You can see a visible difference when Eden Aguero is on the pitch and when he's not playing. I will go on to say there's somebody I was chatting with over the weekend, and we were talking just about Queen's chances. And you know, it's a pragmatic discussion. We're talking about it, and we're saying, look, it's going to be difficult because the way it looks, Kenya Harlequins are going to be taking on Impala in the quarterfinals. That means then they meet KCB in the KCB or Cabras, one of the two. In the semifinals. And I remember this person saying, the only way Queens have a chance is if Eden Aguero is playing. Is if Eden is playing. That's how much of a difference Eden makes to Queens. And I think he has been the reason. He's been largely the reason why Queens has played the way they have done. He's been very electric, like you're saying, taking in the ball, slicing defenses, putting in his backs for, you know, good tries. So by far, my guy has been Eden Aguero.
Well done. No surprise here.
There's a surprise there.
Well, it could have been anyone. No. Harlequins not being my home team.
It's not about home team. It's about whether the guy
he has played very well. He has played very well. There's no doubt about that. So we move on to a shorter version of the game. So Hong Kong Sevens, done and dusted. We did have the women go out. They're always invited every year. And I love watching the women because every tournament you can see the improvement. And they've got a lot of young girls coming in through the system. But their performance is getting better, which, you know, I mean, for our men's, for the Shuja team, basically the guys team, when the senior players are not there, we are in problems. Like, let's just be honest about it. For the women's team, you miss 2 or 3 senior players, and the young girls is like, okay, my turn. Cool. So they won all their pool stage matches. They beat Uganda 24-0. Not like no surprise there. They beat Hong Kong 36-5. Beat Papua New Guinea, or let's just say PNG, 20-10. They were in the quarterfinals. Beat Argentina 17-15 and lost 17-5 to the eventual winners, that is Brazil, in the semifinals. So very well done to them. I think that was a very good performance.
I think they were the highlight of the Sevens tournament. Everyone was rooting behind the Kenyan Lionesses. And, you know, like you're saying, the improvement, you look at Philadelphia Orlando's carries, You look at Janet Okello's running lines, and you can see the improvement that is happening on the team. And I mean, kudos to the Lionesses.
Yeah.
They had a fantastic outing in Hong Kong.
Yeah, it's good to see the younger players also, just sort of maturing and for some reason names are not coming to my mind right now. But I watched all those games and I couldn't have been more proud. Like just seeing the game grow the way it is, that was just something else. So we also had the men, of course. We had a few additions to the team, a few senior players coming in to help. Still lost their pool stage games. Lost 22-5 to Fiji. Lost 36-0 to New Zealand. And okay, at least this time they scored a little more, 28-12 to Australia. Then Challenge Trophy quarterfinals, first win, beating Canada, which was good, I must say. Beating Canada 19-0, because Canada haven't really, they're not a bad team. They're not a bad team. So, beating Canada was definitely a plus. But going down in the Challenge Trophy semi-finals to Japan 12-21. So,
look, I know the more experienced players were called to save us from relegation.
Yes.
My gut still feels a little bit too late because you just have 3 legs remaining. But more importantly, what we've been able to see is I don't think it's really an issue of the players, of the personnel. I think it's more of the tactics that aren't working. And even the senior players or the more experienced players, some part of me feels like they're not up to up to much fitness.
Like you've been playing 15s, like we said, and now you've been thrown back into 7s. Yes, you've done it before, but it's not quite the same.
It's not quite the same. So, look, we don't stop supporting our boys.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes.
But on a plus side, Jeff Oluoch as captain, top of the
impact.
I mean that was. I think we should be, when Oscar Umo was named captain, he did the same thing. Oscar Yodi, same thing. We should now start, like this leg, you're the captain. Because they're definitely pulling their socks up, leading by example.
You have to.
Very well done to him and his team, of course. So we move on to our little babies. That's the Barthes Cup. So under 20s. Tournament was hosted at KCB because it was at KCB.
Because there's no gas. They can't anyway.
So we had first game was Namibia versus Senegal. They beat Senegal 45-12. And then second game was Kenya versus Tunisia. And Kenya completely whitewashed Tunisia. It was 73-0. I mean that. It was good training. It was good training. So we moved on to the next day. And basically the highlight of that day was the Namibia versus Kenya game. And Kenya just winning it 21-18. And guys are so proud because we've played and we've gotten to that final and nothing. And then we've gone to the final and nothing. And finally they've come out on top. So Paul Odera and your people, well done.
Well done. Fantastic job by Paul Odera and Mike Bong and Kenny Andola and Jimmy Mnene, technical bench. Done a fantastic job. Those players playing some very good football. Andrew Matoka is I think he was a standout player for the Chipu team. And his last minute penalty, or his dying minutes penalty, is what took won the game for Chipu. My only fear is this story, man. We've seen, of course, by the way, before I go into my fear, qualify for the JWR, the Junior World Rugby Trophy that's
in Brazil
later on this year. My only fear is, again, we saw this in 2009. I actually had a discussion based on what you talked about last week. I had a discussion with former Simba's assistant coach, Dominic Habimana. And we were talking about the 2009 class and how many of them are still actively playing. And we got into a debate about retaining. And yes, he said, all over the world there's attrition and you lose players from under 20. And I said, granted. But in other countries, you lose people basically because of injury or competition. In Kenya, it's because they choose not to continue the game. When they get to 23, 24 years, they have to make a decision whether they want to stay in the game or follow their careers. So we need to do something about making the game a bit more attractive for people to stay into the game, because if we can keep this cohesive unit, you can only imagine what's going to happen.
Definitely. It needs to be worth your while. In as much as people say donning like your national colors is really big. It's big, yes, but I'm not going to go and play for the country and then come back home and sleep hungry.
That's true.
That doesn't quite work out.
It doesn't work.
But very well done to them.
Yeah.
Let's keep it on a high.
Yes, let's keep it on a high. Yes.
We'll worry about
later.
Get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just before we wrap it up, of course, we've got the international rugby segment. Super Rugby match day 8. Highlanders versus Hurricanes, 28-31. Reds versus Stormers, 24-12. Lions versus Sharks, 5-42. Crusaders versus Brumbies, 36-12. Blues versus Waratahs, 32-29. Rebels versus Sunwolves, 42-15. Bulls versus Jaguars, 20-22. Were those as you expected?
Yes, they were as I expected.
Right.
Yeah.
And match day 9, Crusaders, Highlanders, Rebels, Stormers, Chiefs versus Blues, Brumbies versus Lions, Sharks versus Jaguars, and Bulls versus Reds.
Yep. Yeah. Super Rugby continues, so continue watching.
Yeah. So just before we wrap it up, Israel Dag.
Yes.
He decided, hey, these injuries, not happening.
His knee is done.
Yep.
Easy Dag. I've only felt something when some few players have retired. Brian Habana, Richie Moko, of course, and Israel Dag is one of them. Primarily because I saw his career from the beginning.
Yep.
First game I ever saw Israel Dag was the Highlanders versus the Crusaders, 2008. And I remember I was watching that game specifically because Dan Carter was coming off injury. And I saw this guy in number 15 jersey Highlanders, and I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
And shortly thereafter, he moves to the Crusaders, and he breaks into the New Zealand All Blacks team, and he benches actually Mills Muliaina, who to me had been a very big fullback for the All Blacks. And he goes on to have a stellar career, but injuries then dogged him towards the latter end of his career, and he decided call it quits. Champion Crusader, champion Highlander, and definitely a champion All Black.
Yeah, definitely. If you don't know him, Google is your friend.
Yep.
But guys, remember you can find us on social media. That is by following us on Instagram, liking our page on Facebook, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. I'm Tamima Duffield.
And I'm Ngaro Kamuya.
See you in part 3.